What's good, y'all? It's Friday, and if it's Friday, that means it's your turn to be heard on the Audible Sports Podcast, where sports meets life and culture. I am half of that dynamic duo that is Bobby G and Wildcard Mar. What's happening, Brody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good. It's Victory Friday for me, not for everybody else in the world. Uh, but no. Always a pleasure to be here with you, my brother. So happy Friday. Let's get it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And y'all know how we do per use. Before we really get into the good stuff, I need everybody, please do me a favor. Go ahead, follow the directions on your screen. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Go ahead, turn your notifications on so you know next time that we're here and you can be heard, which is every Friday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. With that out of the way, also per use, we got a good one for you. Like the man said, it's Victory Friday for him. Chiefs inch past the Ravens, literally. If you saw it last night, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, hey, after the show, not right now, after the show, go ahead and look that up on YouTube so you can see what I'm talking about.
So,
Eagles and Packers kicking off in Brazil in about an hour. About an hour.
yeah.
Probably during our closing of the show. So make sure to tune into that again after the show. After we shut it down, go watch
Yeah.
football. Not a moment sooner. Yeah, because of course we'll be looking ahead to Sunday's action, which is we're gonna close with that, giving you our picks. But don't get used to that. We're doing this because it's kickoff weekend. Everybody's excited about football. For our Audible regulars that don't know or didn't hear, and I'm gonna get into this a little depth in a second. We began our Thursday night post game show, so we'll be doing all of that football talk, 100% football talk, every Thursday night after Thursday night football. So you want to hear all the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the NFL? Tune in Thursday nights after the game. If you want to hear that barbecue meets barbershop, tune in on Fridays.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, again, per use, y'all know how we do. We always start with our shout outs and honorable mentions. So, who you got today for the folks, man?
Hey man, I'm gonna shout out the Buffalo Bills because y'all just keep giving my squad players. 2017, y'all just traded up, let us go up 17 spots to draft the baddest quarterback playing football right now. Yeah, y'all let that happen. And then this past draft, y'all swap picks with us again to go get that man Xavier Worthy. He had the fastest 40 in the combine, and he showed every bit of that 4.22 speed
Yeah.
last night. And the Rook put up 2 tutties in his debut. So, hey, shout out Buffalo Bills management. Y'all making us better while y'all are going down. So,
Buffalo Bills out there being like fabulous, it's making people better. Come on.
you make us better. What's up?
Cut it out. Um, my shout outs. I'm gonna keep it simple. I got 2.5, and 2.5 for a reason. Two. I really only had one, but then something came up at the last second. I'm gonna throw in there. But my main shout out, I'm going to shout out Wildcard Mar.
Hey, I appreciate
Uh,
that.
Again, as our Audible our fam might not know, yesterday we actually celebrated our 1 year anniversary. Pause.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, we began this podcast journey exactly 1 year ago yesterday. We connected with some people via the Let's Talk Sports Network. Shout out to those guys over there. Shout out to Tanner. Wanted us to do a Thursday night post game show. Myself, Mar, and there were actually supposed to be 2 other individuals who were supposed to do the show with us. Time and Wash didn't work out. It ended up just being me and Mar, and that's how he and I connected. And we've been going strong ever since. Football season came to an end. We had such a good time and working together. We wanted to keep it going,
Yes, sir.
and the Audible Sports Podcast was born.
Yes, it was.
So my shout out is to you. Happy anniversary. Not only that, man, this dude, like, there are 24 hours in a day. I think yesterday you might have potted for like 20 of them.
It felt like it, dog. It really felt like it for real. But nah, man, we need to shout out. But I got to be all serious. I don't think this situation happens without the late great Dave Harris. Um, you know,
Dan, yeah, definitely shout out Dan.
Dan had he had hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I'm needing somebody for a guest," and lo and behold, it ended up being that Thursday night, and man, we wish Dan was here, but hey man, we gonna keep his memory alive as he now 1 year later, the Audible was spawned because of his connection,
Man.
and so shout out to him, and let his soul rest in peace, and condolences again. I know it's been a minute since he's passed, but it's
Yeah,
not a moment I don't think about that man.
yeah,
He was so integral for connecting a lot of people in this podcast game that you
absolutely.
have no idea. But he's the common denominator for a lot of folks. So hopefully his family has found some peace in knowing that he has played an integral part in Audible.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing our thing for Dan, man. So I want to make sure that that gets said as well. So but no,
absolutely.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder. I just wanted to make sure
Nah,
that we
you
gave
good, man.
flowers, man, because uh, who knows? I don't know if me and Bobby meet if it wasn't for Dan.
Right.
So
Absolutely. I mean, there's lots of flowers to go around. Definitely, a good bulk of them deserve to land on his doorstep. And he
mhm.
said, yeah, we definitely miss you, buddy. Condolences to your families. Um, yeah, man, he's connected many a part. There's a lot of people in this game who probably wouldn't be around, or maybe even who started as a hobby and maybe took it a little bit more serious because of Dan Harris. So
Mhm.
absolutely co-sign 100% everything you said. We go back to Allen. Shout out to Allen. What's happening, Brody?
Yes,
Elvis Andrews retired to Texas Ranger today. Okay, that's a shout. There you go.
nice. Elvis Andrews was big, man. Played it,
Yeah,
baller, man, baller. Too bad he
yeah,
didn't get that ring.
absolutely, man. That's a definite shout out. And shout out to like, and I'm gonna date myself. Yeah, I don't, which I don't mind doing. I'm in the unk stage of life.
Oh,
What's
oh,
happening on?
whoa! You in
Yeah,
Unk stage?
yeah.
Ooh,
I'm at the unk stage of life. I'm
ooh.
cool with it. I've come to terms with it. I don't mind talking to the youngins. But it took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up, and this is that as a result of that. And the reason that is because when I was coming up, it's like y'all heard what Biggie said: either you sling a crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
For sure.
So it was like certain ways out of my situation growing up. Um, I chose the one. I was like many of us. I was an athlete. Played basketball, played football, not so much baseball. But we weren't conditioned to think of a plan B.
Mm,
Like if you didn't have that in your mind, if you didn't grow up, hey, I want to be a fireman. I want to be. If you didn't grow up like that, if you literally said, hey, I want to go to the league when I grow up, that was literally you were once singing. You had a one track mind, and that was it.
yeah.
And because of that, like there's many a black young man who grew up to be a grown man who are full of sports knowledge
Mm,
with zero outlet. And that's because coming up, we didn't have a Stephen A. Smith to look up to. And I say that name because he's who I'm going to shout out.
wow.
like,
I
like,
gotta do this.
like my favorite television personality, and this is another RIP. It's probably Stuart Scott, man. Stuart Scott was the man. If you've never seen Stuart Scott operate, don't know who he is, definitely after the show, go check him out on YouTube as well. He's one of the greatest. But Scott came along. I was already grown.
Hmm.
Like I didn't get a chance to see him as a kid, so it was like I didn't know this particular career path existed coming up. or
Yeah.
it's something I definitely would have pursued. There were not a lot of people on TV who looked like me to give me that example to be like, yeah, this is something I can do. Stephen A. is that to a lot of people currently. But as the saying goes, players fuck up. Players fuck up. And today, we say a lot of crazy stuff on this show. Yeah, he was. That Stuart Scott was literally. Yeah, he was the GOAT at ESPN. Absolutely.
Living legend.
Stephen A. Just like I said, we say a lot of crazy stuff, man. But just Steve, take it away.
Embarrass us even further. Ladies and gentlemen, New Yorkers don't eat pizza like that. We usually eat the tip first, not the damn crust.
Whoa!
Oh, Steve.
Oh my god! you eat what first?
And to embarrass us even further. Ladies and gentlemen, New Yorkers don't eat pizza like that. We usually eat the tip first, not the damn crust.
Whoa, Steve. Whoa. Heavy pause. Whoa.
Steve, I love Stephen A. Smith, man. That is my guy.
He did not think that through before he said that.
He did not.
Whoa, Steve. Hey, when he played, I was like, where you going with this? Whoa. Whoa, pimp.
Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man. You can count on him to say something wild every day, man. Shout out to him not only for that, for just being an example for the youth as somewhere to go, somewhere to be, something to reach and attain.
You know what, Bobby? Now that you say this, and I was a big fan of Stephen A. And then some of his rhetoric I kind of pushed back on, and I don't really listen to it much anymore. But you know what? You're right. I think because I think he's playing the character and he plays it well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I will say this, he's been in the journalist business for like 20 plus years. Did his thing previously years on ESPN some time ago. Got fired and he came back, and now he's probably one of the most paid employees at ESPN.
Yeah.
For as much as some of the things I don't like that he does or says, and sometimes I think he definitely drives a certain narrative. I'm willing to put that to the side, and literally listen to what you just said, and I'm like, you know what, Bobby's right. There's not a lot of people in that space that he's in that were examples for young black boys or girls. So, I'm hoping that people can take the disdain for Stephen A. and put it to the side and just say, hey, you know what, man, thank you, because there are probably a lot of doors that are still shut if we don't have Stephen A. on the scene. So I'm willing to admit that for sure. I'm not his biggest fan anymore like I used to. I thought he was dope, man, for real, and literally, but some especially some of the things he would say towards Kyrie or KD or something that more prominent black athletes, and I kind of felt like he didn't always have that same energy across the board. But that's neither here nor there, and that's a different conversation. But as a man, I can always admit when there is somebody that has made a stamp and has, blazed some trails. And Steve, to the credit that he's worked his ass off to be one of the highest paid employees at ESPN, getting that good Disney money. Hey, he deserves some flowers just as much as you want to throw some hate at him. I mean, he's like a bag kettle corn. You know, there's some sweetness to it. So
Absolutely, Alan, you're right. And I'm gonna go. I know he getting it like which is it's crazy to me. He gets a lot of hate from our community, and like I know a lot was during the time when Max was on First Take, and I know people used to always joke, I'm like, oh, Max is like blacker than Stephen Adams, and to the point where T.O. actually went on the show and said it, and a lot came from that segment.
that was
Just
wild.
like, yeah, it's like you sit back and look like, dude, I don't think people like realize like look at the amount of people Stephen A. paved the way for. Marcellus Wiley, who's doing his own thing now, got in the gate first take. Dominique Foxworthy, Rob Parker, the number of guys Stephen A's like helped. Literally, Shannon Sharp's career could have ended with the Undisputed thing. Stephen A put this man right back on TV 3 months later. Like he could have went into purgatory and kind of faded away after building up his audience and reputation with the whole falling out from Undisputed. Stephen A made sure that didn't happen. Got the man right back on TV at the biggest network. Like he does stuff that he doesn't get credit for. And I say you might not agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything he says. Like it's debate for a reason.
Yeah,
but the doors. Absolutely, Marcus Spears, Kendrick Perkins, like the amount of people he's opened the door for, and again, like I say, just being that figure there. Because like I said, I didn't have that growing up.
Yeah,
there was the only people I had Trey Wingo, I had, was the man, I'm losing his name. He could go Steve Berman. Hell, I'll take it back and name people might not know. What was dude's name? The Sports Machine. The show used to come on like at where's Michael's Sports Machine?
He come on late. Yeah.
But again, none of these guys look like me. So it was like, I didn't know, hey, you know what? If you don't make it to the NFL, hey, keep pushing because you can do this. You can take all that knowledge and information that you gathered from playing sports and transfer it to this. And like many kids, after sports failed, I was like left wondering. Now because of guys like him, like I say, because of him, you have that outlet. You can create a lane. Look at the guys who literally just. They're not professional athletes. Have never been professional athletes, but they made it in that lane. So yeah, shout out to all those guys, man. The next thing I want to touch, it wasn't on the rundown, but I'm gonna bring it on. This came late. I played the clip first, and we can get into it, man. That's what we do. It's Audible. We start conversations.
So I think it's really just the fans. Her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her, and I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when it comes to death threats, like I'm talking about people have come down to my address, follow me home, like it's come down to that. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me like naked. Literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like, are you naked on Instagram? So I think it's really
and that's why this has got big today. People saying that Angel Reese like blaming their rivalry on the fan base. Obviously, she touched on her fan base in Iowa and then transferring to Indiana. There's like, for me, this is like split in half. Most people know on the basketball side of things, Caitlyn versus Angel. I'm team Caitlyn. I do not dislike Angel Reese. I dislike the way she's handled certain situations. But in an instance like this is like, I don't think this has anything to do with Caitlin Clark. Now I'm not gonna take my comments too far because I didn't watch this I didn't hunt down the segment to see how the question was posed, so I don't know like in what context the conversation was or she's giving this answer. What I will say is, for her, I don't think it has anything to do with Caitlin Clark. I think it's an Angel Reese thing. The reason I say that is because she has that one of those type of personalities. If I could make a comparison for her, she's the WNBA version of Russell Westbrook. Now, with that being said, look what happens to Russ when he goes to a Utah, when he goes to a Boston, when he goes to an Indiana, when he goes to a, I don't know, Allen, you can help me out there how with this. When he goes to, well, nah, he's loved in OKC, so we won't discount him. He's loved in OKC, but when he goes to a Sacramento, when he goes to these towns where the population may not be in his favor, we'll say it like that. The population in the stands may not be in his favor. And Utah and Boston are probably two of the more notorious places. He faces the same kind of vitriol. He so I don't know if it's so much on the clock. I think it's just she plays with that kind of energy that Russ gives off. And she has the type of personality. She gives off that type of energy. If Caitlin Clark didn't exist, this is the same type of energy she would be facing from the crowds. Does that make it right or fair? No, absolutely not. And I think she has every right to be upset and to call these people out.
Yeah.
But I would say, once again, let's not push it in Caitlin Clark the rest. Like, this would be happening to you regardless to me. But as far as like, come on, people, y'all gotta chill out, man. This is the year 2024. Like, we still, what are we doing? We following people home?
Yeah, that's wild.
She's been like, and I've seen her outside. Like, she was out. Most people who watch the show know I live in Vegas. She was out here during the summer league. Famously got caught out with Jaylen Brown. What's going on there? I don't know. But she be outside. Hey, you got to protect yourself. I mean, this due to the profession you chose and your abilities and your talents, making you as famous or as popular, as recognizable as you are, like, you have to take extra lengths to protect yourself. So hopefully you do that. Again, it doesn't make it right, but yeah, just know who you are and just make sure you're taking the extra precautions, the extra steps to protect yourself. Have fun, be you, but remember, you also can't do certain things.
True.
Because like, there's a video out right now where, Team USA was out here prepping. Like, they're coming from somewhere. They're talking about going to the club, and LeBron is with them. And you see two girls in the background say, "Hey, LeBron." LeBron literally ran down the up escalator to get away from these women, knowing that they can't chase him because they got heels on. It was the fun, but yeah, man, protect yourself. And I hate. Let's keep it on the court, man.
Yeah,
these two women. Yeah, these two women are prepared to carry the WNBA for the next 10 to 15 years. They've done an amazing job so far this season. Let's keep it on the court, folks, man. Let's keep it on the court. Let's watch the show. Because I think the WNBA has more. They're gaining more traction from the youth. So just remember, we're looking up to the athletes. Remember, young fans are looking up to their parents. So, don't only teach your kids how to love the game. Teach them how to be fans. Let's be better, man. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I just think that's like, people are really going to that depth. I understand being a fan, and obviously we know what it's short for fanatic and the definition of it, but you also can't go to those lengths that you are trying to disfame or misconstrue somebody's life and image and stalking. I mean, that's stalking.
Right? What are we
Literally,
doing?
you following her home. You got her address. Like that is
That
literally
facts.
stalkerish vibes in most states. Well, if I'm correct, most 50 states, all 50 states, that's punishable by law. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if we got to take it to that point to make sure that these especially these young lady athletes are feeling protected, then so be it. Like let Shorty live. But I agree with you 100%. There are certain parameters that I think that she needs to take. Maybe hire a couple of security team to walk with her,
Yeah.
just to make sure when you out in public, at least,
Mm-hmm.
just if you got to have a couple of standby off-duty cops, whatever, by the house, do what you got to do to make sure that your peace and tranquility is intact.
Yeah. Hey, get them uncles out there.
Hey, they asking you if you're naked. Well, they need to see if you're safe. So, hey, I got an LLC. I got you on the payroll. What's good? So, I mean, I'm just saying, if I ever, when me and Bobby get to that point where we're famous, couple of homies I got, they ain't just gonna be lounging around with their hand out. And I'm putting people on the
Oh
payroll.
yeah. Yeah.
I know a couple of cousins right now who, I'm gonna go ahead and get their, concealed carry licenses, and they're gonna go through the whole security training. They're gonna do it all, and they're gonna be on the payroll. And that's what that's what you can do for your others and give them a job. I mean, I just think this is sick and twisted that we are getting to this point in 2024 that people can't just live their lives.
Right.
Because of an occupation that she has. It's an occupation. If you break it all down, it's an occupation. It's a job. Like we don't come to your McDonald's and we no harassing your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This is wild, man.
Yeah.
Hey, stay safe out there, ladies, man, and
Absolutely.
gentlemen, because it can happen to gentlemen too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's stay safe out there, folks. I mean, there's a reason why we end the show with "Take care of yourself and take care of each other's," because
Yeah.
that's just not needed, not necessary, and downright disgusting. It's disturbing.
Right. Yeah. Because we hear about this. They said we heard about the the hockey player was killed last weekend. He and his brother by a drunk driver. You had the wide receiver for the 49ers who was shot. Like this stuff can be taken to the and these were accidents. It wasn't even to this extreme. Like, what do you think can happen in a situation where she's literally got people following her?
Mm.
Like, if that can happen to them and it's just like one-off accidents, like, what do you think can happen to her with intent?
Big facts.
Like, so, yeah. Shout out to Angel Reese. Take care of yourself. Hey, just call them people. Get them uncles out there. Tell them they'll take care of you.
Hey, I need you, dog.
All right, one more shout out before we shut this down for me. Shout out to my oldest man. His birthday's tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. So, hey, proud of him and the things he's doing in his life. And yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna put the rest of his information out there. But yeah, shout out to your kid. All right, let's move this thing along. We are into that time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. We ain't getting to that yet. We can shut that one down. But yeah, last night season kicked off. Chiefs Ravens. A great game to start the season, just like last season, except this year, Chiefs actually came out on top. They came out on top by a big toe. A big toe. Exciting plays on both sides of the ball. Two of the best teams in the league. Potential. This is the AFC Championship game from a year ago. Could be a rematch preview this year. Baltimore definitely looked better than they did in that championship game, though. Overall, thoughts on the game, and what do you see from both teams going forward this season?
Yeah, man. I good victory. Obviously, Chiefs offense. I thought they was kind of playing with their food last night. I don't even think that game should have been as close as it was. Only was able to muster 6 points off of turnovers. If they convert those into touchdowns, we're having a different conversation, and the scoreboard looks a lot different. Um, Chris Jones. I didn't. He must have heard me say Myles Garrett last week when I said for defensive player of the year, because that man was unblockable last night.
Yeah,
Couldn't be stopped. You know, uh, uh, as far when it comes to the Chiefs, I mean, this is kind of the benefit I see when Andy Reid plays them pretty in the preseason, and gets those guys going, and kind of work some of the kinks out. So as I say that, I flip to the Ravens side. I don't recall Lamar or Derrick Henry doing a lot of preseason, and it showed. It was some kinks
okay,
if you play preseason, you kind of knock some of those kinks out. Obviously, Derrick Henry is used to getting the rock uh, in your standard single back
yeah,
or I form type of formation, not next to the quarterback in shotgun formation. So they got to work that out. And Lamar is more comfortable playing in the shotgun than under center. Uh, and is just some of the kinks that they got to work out, definitely with that offensive line. They better correct it quick before they get into division play, because there's other three teams in that division is going to make them really pay for having bad offensive line play.
yeah.
And it was just weird because they went straight down the field of the first drive, and they just couldn't recreate it
Right.
for the rest of the game. Look, both of these teams are going to be in it come January. They're going to be in the thick of the AFC playoff. But man, I mean, Lamar, man, I love your game. I love it. I really do. But you got to make, there's certain throws you just got to make.
Yeah,
Uh,
that miss in the back of the end zone.
you got to
You
make
got to
some of
make
those.
that throw.
Yeah, yeah. You and your wide receivers got to get a connection, man. So I'm not gonna put it all on him. There's some things that when we broke it down last night, I mean, Isaiah Likely can't tight end.
He's a
Is
man.
yeah, he's different, but you got wide receivers, man. You can drafted at least a couple of them guys in the first round, and pretty much non-existent. So I mean, hey, look, I don't want to put too much emphasis on an opening game one, week one, but the fact that your opponent is somebody that you're more than likely going to see down the road in the playoffs, and you don't want to be stuck behind that person
Yeah.
because of a breaker, that made that game a little bit more important in most week one games. So, no, overall great game. Let's see if Packers and Eagles could live up to the billing or match it. I doubt it, because I think I just saw a stat. They released the ratings, and that was the most highest watch week one game of all time. They say there's like 29 million people that watched that. So, yeah, it lived up to the billing, man. That's what happens when you get Ravens, Chiefs, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes on one field. You get close games like that damn near every time, and barn burners. I know
True.
it says five victories for Mahomes, one for Lamar in the including playoffs. But if everybody goes back and look at all those matchups, they've been
Oh yeah.
close every
Yeah.
time. Uh, I wasn't surprised that was a very dramatic game. But yeah, Eagles and Packers got their work cut out tonight, man. They got their work cut
Yeah.
out.
Do you think one thing I noticed is I think Patrick Queen was sorely missed.
Mm,
Because there was a lot of those passes over the middle, quick over the middle,
hmm
and he's there. He's one of the better coverage linebackers in the league. He's there, What do you think his absence? How do you think his absence will impact that defense going forward?
I mean, it's in one game it was pretty glaring. As much as I like Roquan Smith, he was even exposed from time to time in that passing game. And he was and Rashee Rice was just having a field day over the middle.
Right.
What makes it worse is Patrick Queen goes to a division rival and one of your hated rivals. He goes to Pittsburgh. So he helps Pittsburgh's defense, and just that addition for Pittsburgh makes them look slightly better than the subtraction of losing him for the Ravens. I think it makes that much of a difference. They got to get that figured out. I don't know if they're gonna make a move before trade deadline. They got to do something because if you think T. Higgins or Amari or hell, even Jerry Jeudy didn't watch that game last night. They looking they chops. They're like, oh man, I'm about to be in that middle, dog. I'm about to eat it up. So yeah, man, they got to figure that out. Patrick Queen is. I don't know why they didn't re-sign him. I guess they didn't want to match the money that Pittsburgh gave him, but it was shown. It was definitely shown last night.
Yeah, and I also agree with you. Yeah, we got to do something right. I think they've been going after the wrong type of wide receiver. I'm a big believer that you are who you are. It's difficult to change. If you take any team in NFL and just look back at their history, they are who they are. Baltimore is the same team now that they were in 2000 when they won the Super Bowl. Run first, play defense, keep it close, pull it out at the end. The only difference is they don't have a Ray Lewis. They do have a better quarterback, but if you look at the type of receivers that they had big, physical, tough receivers who could bully corners on the outside. They don't have that now. To me, they're trying to be pretty in the passing game and be physical in the running game, and it's like, no, just be physical all around. Go get you another Anquan Bolden. Like, remember how good this team was when they had Anquan Bolden, and then you had a quarterback who could go downfield. And we're not gonna get you this pretty flashy receiver. We're gonna give you big Anquan Bolden and let you. And I mean, they won a Super Bowl, so
yeah.
Like, stop playing with these teams. Stop trying to be pretty on the outside. Just be physical all around. Get back to who you are. Get a big physical target that Lamar can't miss when he throws outside, when you need to get, that 10 to 15 yard out or comeback route. Get him a big boy out there. So, but they want to keep playing around with these 6'1" and under receivers, and this is what you like. This is what you're getting, and it's going to take you more. You can't do everything in the middle of the field all game. Like, got to open it up on the outside.
Hey, you said it, man. Yeah, you summed it up perfectly right there, bro.
For you guys, for the Chiefs, just stop it. Just stop. Just stop. Like, man, bro, how if I'm the Raiders, the Chargers, the Broncos, and I'm watching that game, I'm okay. So that's 2 losses, right?
Oh man,
that's 2 losses. Like, come on, like, and the rest of the league is. I'm not looking forward to playing you guys. The only reason I'm looking forward to playing you guys is because it's in Cleveland. It's in Cleveland. If we was going to Kansas City, late in the season in Cleveland, it's gonna be ugly. I think we can ugly it up. And if the season goes how I feel it's gonna go, Deshaun will be playing. He'll be playing his game, so it should be a good game to watch. But man, I'm glad we don't play y'all like week 3 or 4 or something like that, man.
Man, I'm actually I think that was one of the losses I had put when I said the Chiefs were going to go 13-4, only because like you said, you guys play so much different at home with your defense, and physical game late in the season. Man, that's tough to combat with.
Yeah.
Hometown crowd's going to be going crazy. Um, you definitely know that the dog pound's going to be in full effect. Wanting to,
Oh yeah. That's gonna be
um,
one of them ones.
oh yeah, you better get us that game because I'm trying to tell you, come playoff time, man, the switch gets turned to another level. So, but hey, like I predicted last week, I'm still sticking with Browns Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. So, even if you guys get us that regular season game, it's okay. We'll see each other. See each other down the road. Hey, and somebody got to get to New Orleans, and we'll see what's up there.
But more football tonight. Like you said, hey, Eagles Packers. Hey, all eyes on you. Kicking off in Brazil. We apologize for the NFL sending you out there behind enemy lines. And how they got to feel like they in the military or something. they out there walking that fence. Jack Nicholson was talking about snipers 5 miles away.
Hey, but do you really think that they stayed in that hotel?
I would have. I like money.
Oh, I like money too, but damn it, hey man, I've been in rough neighborhoods in America. Why it ain't no different from nowhere else? I didn't.
It is, man. They get kidnapped over there.
You cats getting kidnapped over here. Look, and look, I'm in the place where there's a procedure called a Brazilian butt lift. It's named after this city. I'm trying to see the city. If I'm young, rich, and handsome, I am not staying in a hotel room. I got the funds to bring my own security team with me. I'm going out to see what this BBL lifestyle is all about. All right. I don't know if they stayed in the hotel room. I know.
I mean, they are young and they got money, but guess what? Cartels got money too.
Yeah, that is true. True that.
Yeah, they got the cops on payroll.
Hey, for real, like you sure that BBL is worth the risk? I mean, I'm still to it,
but but needless to say, they still out there and they still playing football. Hopefully they got to see the game last night and they know they got to put on the show. But I'm confident that at least one team will. I'm on the Packers bandwagon. I've been stating that for the last couple of weeks. I'm a big believer in Jordan Love. Last year I picked them to win the division. They let me down, but they did make the playoffs. Yep. So they backed me up a little bit. This year, they are my pick to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So in order for that to happen, I think they got to get off to a fast start. I think it starts tonight. I'm said it last night. I'm looking for Jordan Love to take more command of the team, more leadership, more onus. I'm looking for him to definitely take that next step. I think Josh Jacobs is going to be a huge help to that. Having a guy behind you can hand the ball off to and not worry about is huge. Just ask Baker Mayfield when he used to hand that thing off to Nick Chubb. My only I need Christian Watson. I need him to take a step forward. He let a lot of passes hit the ground. Need you to shore up them hands. Go get some new gloves. Sign you a new deal. Let's get some more tactification on them things. Go old school. Go get you some Newmans. Hey, them Newmans, I ain't used to drop a damn thing. I was that thing up there. I'm catching it. And Matt LaFleur, I'm looking for you to take that next step as a head coach. You letting the Wiz kids, Sean McVay and Shanahan, you letting them have all the fun. Hey, hop into the party. Show them that you don't need Aaron Rodgers. As a matter of fact, show them that you're better without Aaron Rodgers. So, and that starts tonight. Philadelphia, the most confused team in the NFL last year. They were the last undefeated team, but they were playing terrible football the whole season, and everybody knew it. Um,
Yeah.
they gave away some money this year. Devontae Smith gave you some of it. Gave AJ Brown some of it. Gave Saquon some of it. This team is reminding me of the year. Who was it? Vince Young said that they had a dream team, and then they went out there and won all of 6 games. This team is kind of reminding me like it has that kind of potential. I think they get beat down tonight, but as far as the rest of the season, how do you see going tonight, and how do you see it playing out for both of these teams going forward?
I think it's going to be a close game. I'm definitely I do agree with you to that point where I think the Packers are going to be a better team. But I went with the Eagles tonight only on this stance is that they gotta play better than what they did down the stretch last year and
Absolutely.
playoff game. That was a pathetic showing.
Yeah, they played a playoff game like fuck it.
Yeah, it was a very pathetic showing. But I mean, it's one of those things where I just think that the Eagles just to keep the noise down in Philly because you talking about fanatics, y'all go out and play like y'all did last year, and them Philly fanatics gonna be on your head. So you gotta curtail that real quick. So it's just one of those things where I think the Eagles I kind of think they're going to be floating around 500 all season, just because I don't think too much is going to change. I think Sirianni's on the hot seat, if you ask me.
That's fair, very fair.
To be honest, I'm just going to be frank about it. It's just too much noise coming out that camp. Whether it's true or not, it's still noise, and you already know when there's smoke. Eventually, somebody getting fired. So, yeah, I think they're going to have a frustrating season for Eagles fans. Packers, I actually see them. I think I put them in the NFC Championship game against Detroit. So that's how high I am on with Jordan Love in the Packers this year. So we'll see how it turns out.
Absolutely, looking for a good. Like I said, I don't think it'll be exciting. I think it'll be some big plays though. I think the Eagles will probably make some big plays too. Will we see? Jason Kelsey's retired. Will we see the tush push? Will that continue to be a thing? Because Jason Kelsey was like the main cog of that. Short yardage.
That's hard to say because I think they'll try it. I don't think it'll be as successful just because you said. You said it. He was the spearhead of that move. And also, just because of his veteran presence isn't there, I also think that's the reason why they're going to struggle this year because he won't have that senior voice to calm shit down in the locker room. Fletcher Cox is gone. He's another veteran voice that is gone that kind of calm all the situation down. So as much as those two guys are retiring and missing, you're going to miss them on the field. I think they're going to also miss their presence in the locker room, man. So I think that matters too.
How much pressure you think is on Jalen Hurts? I mean, it wasn't too long ago because of the style he plays that the word on the street, hey, Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. Oh, he's way better than you don't hear that now. How much pressure is on him to, get back to his to the trajectory he was on?
Yeah, and it's crazy you say that. I was one of the people that said I thought he kind of outplayed Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl. To a certain degree.
I was one of the people calling people crazy.
I mean, you take away that fumble that he had that turned into a touchdown, and that's that kind of hurts. But stats, and play of the game, just watching it. He went toe to toe for Patrick, and to a certain extent, I thought he kind of outplayed him. But he couldn't make the plays down the field or down the stretch in that crunch time. And of course, Patrick did, and that's the reason why they won the Super Bowl. Pressure. I mean, financially, ain't no pressure. He already got paid. So,
True.
But when it comes to performing, I mean, we seen quarterbacks get paid in Philly, and you don't perform. I mean, we saw Carson Wentz got paid. But and then Carson Wentz didn't start playing like he was for the reason why he got paid. And the fans made it loud and clear. They said, we don't care how much money you pay him. We don't want him no more.
To be fair though, he tore his ACL.
True. But I'm just painting a picture of how these fans in Philly get. If you don't perform, they don't care what the reason is. They're looking at you like, all right, Mr. $50+ million man, you playing like a $2 man. So and they will let you know. So I think there is a certain amount of pressure. But I say this: Sirianni goes before Hurts will. So
absolutely.
There's some leeway for Hurts because obviously they know that you got to make sure you got a quarterback, and he's shown he can play. I don't know what it was last year. Maybe he was hurt. Maybe he was dealing with some other stuff that we don't know about. But yeah, there's a certain amount of pressure. I don't know how much you can measure on it, but there's definitely some pressure there for him to perform well this year.
All right. And that who you got winning?
Yeah, tonight Eagles.
Okay.
Because they need it. You left your fans with a bad taste in your mouth last year. So yeah, they need it. The boys need it.
All right, I got the Packers. I don't even think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna lock it in with a score. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 34-20. 34-20. I like that. It's nice. Yeah, nice, entertaining game that isn't close. I like that. And get to the good stuff, man. Looking ahead to Sunday's action. I know you're gonna take it easy and relax and enjoy your victory. The rest of us, we got sweated out on Sunday. Game of the week for the first time in a long time. My Browns. And I can say again, people, don't get used to this. If you want to see us do this, make sure to watch us Thursdays after Thursday Night Football. It's kickoff weekend, so we kind of doing a combined thing, doing our thing at night. Before we get into the predictions, which people can clearly see and they can read. I think we have an audience that can read. Is there a particular game, especially since your team's already out of the way, particular game that you're looking forward to watching?
I thought I'd never say this, but I'm looking forward to seeing that Raiders-Chargers game because I want to see how the Chargers will look with Harbaugh back in the NFL. I'm curious to see what kind of offense he's going to implement. Obviously, we're used to him doing a very run-first type of offense that he did at Michigan. So, but he has Justin Herbert. So, is he going to let Justin Herbert be Justin Herbert, or are you going to try to turn him into J.J. McCarthy? And then with the Raiders, I need to see how much fun is Devontae Adams going to have this year. Is he going to be okay and do his thing and still play ball, or is he going to make some noise and say, "Hey man, I don't care how much y'all jokers paid me, get me the hell up out of here before this trade deadline." So, I'm interested to see that matchup. But when it comes to you guys and Cowboys, I'm gonna be short. Physicalness always beats finesse. Physicality always curtails finesse, and Cowboys ain't got enough physicality in them. They just don't. It ain't there. It ain't there.
Not even with Zeke back.
And damn,
Zeke is back.
Man, Zeke got taken out by the cone drill when the cones was hitting and shit. So no, I ain't buying that, man.
Oh, big fact. For me, it's I'm probably most interested in watching the Denver Seattle game. Not only because I hate Denver and everything they stand for, but I am on the Seahawks bandwagon this year. They're my right behind the Packers. I'm on. See, I like their roster, the way their roster's constructed. To me, they remind me of the Browns 4 years ago. It's like we got all this talent now. They just need to put it together. I think they can do a better job than we did in our say. We made the playoffs and then kind of regressed the next season. I don't see this team regressing from last season. I think they can keep pushing. So I want to see those guys demolish the Denver Broncos because, to be fair, I mean, most people in Cleveland really despise the Steelers. For me, I despise the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Yeah. It sucks because my best friend was a huge Broncos fan. So.
Man, what did John Elway do to you, dog?
He beat us 3 times in the AFC Championship game. That's what he did.
Hey, you know what? The same harsh feelings you got for John Elway, trust me, I do too. He crushed a lot of my childhood dreams and caused me to swear a lot as a kid, and I got in trouble for it. It was all his fault. He used to break my heart, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that'll be. I'll let people in the door. When I was a little kid, my second favorite football team was the San Francisco 49ers because they got me some get back. The Broncos went to that Super Bowl and Joe Montana, they smacked the hell out of the Broncos. I was so happy.
Smack is being very, very pedestrian in describing what happened in that Super Bowl.
It's still the biggest blowout in Super Bowl history, I think.
Oh man, they kicked their ass.
Yeah, 55-10. Oh yeah. They also the first bet I ever won in a football game was 49ers beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. So again, yeah, man, 49ers. I used to roll with them when I was a little kid. So just give people a peek behind the curtain. But let's get into these picks. Obviously, last night you see on the street we are 0-0. This was put together obviously clearly before the games were played, and you can clearly see that I missed last night's game. So I'm 0-1. Lamar's 1-0. But I think I got a good shot at catching up, especially if my Packers come through tonight. So we'll skip straight to Carolina and the Saints. I'm just hoping Carolina can do right by their young quarterback, Mr. Young. But like those that heard last night, man, he needs to get on the field, call Justin Fields, see what he needs to do, get out of Carolina. I don't like him there. That's the dog. How'd you get out of Chicago? Give me some advice how I can get out of here. Get out of there. But I do like them better than the Saints. I don't know what the game plan is in New Orleans. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know what they're doing. So for that reason, I'm going with the Panthers.
Man, I'm going Saints. I just think the Panthers are just terrible. They're just terrible.
It's true.
And Bryce Young, man, oof. I think his sophomore campaign is going to be just as harsh as his rookie campaign. I got no faith in that Panthers offensive line. I got no faith in that management team with David Tepper. That ownership team with Tepper, man, it's ooh, oh my gosh. Yeah. Bryce, make some noise at the end of the season and say, "Get me the hell up out of here, man."
Yeah, but before you go, just win this game for me before you get out. Oh man, the Vikings going to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Football Giants. The Vikings, I feel so bad for the Vikings. I had a lot of high hopes for JJ McCarthy. I personally think he'll be one of the top QBs in this class when it's all said and done. I feel bad for Justin Jefferson. Like he has to go through that Sam Darnold life. Sam Darnold, if you can hear me, if this reaches anybody who can get into his ear, just throw it, Jay. Just throw it in his direction. Don't take a sack. Like you should not. Why would you take a sack when you had this dude on the sideline? As soon as you see the blitz, just throw it to his direction, and they should be all right. But I don't know. Last couple of years, the Vikings have played decent defense, and the Giants. I'm just. What are the Giants doing? They're another team. What are they doing? Like, I don't know what you're doing. You paid Danny Dimes. You wouldn't pay Saquon. Like, what are you all doing as an organization? So, for that reason, going Vikings. What's happening with Scott?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, man. I just think it's too late to try to find an identity right now. With your boy going down. I mean, I'm only going Giants. Probably the only time I'll go with the with the Giants. I won't be doing that too much this year. Leave that.
I mean, they got to play the Commanders, so there may be one other time you go with them.
I actually kind of think the Commanders might be all right this year. I'm not saying they're gonna have like high expectations, but yeah, this will probably be the only week I'll ride with the Giants.
Nah, we ain't got down there yet.
Hey, but when in doubt, just throw it to Jefferson, man.
Please, especially for fantasy owners, you can't screw that up. Son. Just throw it to the boy. Who we got next? Patriots going down. Cincinnati taking on the Bengals. If the Bengals usually start slow. You pointed that out last night. We've got Joe Burrow coming back from injury. Jamar chasing dollars. To just turmoil going down in Cincinnati. If this game was New England, I would probably pick the Patriots, but I'm going with the Bengals at home. But shout out to Jacoby Brissett, man. Returning to New England. He's named starter this season. He's a former Brown, so he's got a special place in my heart. If say Commanders one month. Oh man. That boy Whisker. Yeah, man, I'm going with the Bengals at home. Only because they're at home. Hopefully they continue this slow start.
Yeah, it's good. I think they still have a slow start for sure. Luckily for them, they're at home. I'm same sentiments as you. If this was in New England, I might go the other way. But and I saw the injury report. Jamar Chase is questionable, and so is T. Higgins. So that changes some things. So we'll see what they can do.
Absolutely. Here you go with Pittsburgh going down to Atlanta, taking on the Falcons. I'm higher on the Steelers than a lot of people are. I believe Russ is going to have a bounce back. I don't say bounce back because he didn't have a bad year last year. He was just in Denver. I believe Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Sean Payton, and I believe this is at this point in his career, Mike Tomlin is the kind of coach Russell Wilson needs. I love to pick up a Patrick Queen on that defense. I don't like it for my Browns. I know we got Kirk Cousins in Atlanta, but we really don't know what we're going to get from all these exciting parts we have. Kyle Pitts has been disappointing. I don't know how he's going to perform. Drake London's been disappointing. Like, we don't know. Coach hasn't used Bijan right. We really don't know. Their defense is decent, yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to get from the offense. For that reason, I got to go with Pittsburgh on the road.
I feel it. I understand your cause for concern, but they got half the problem out of the door when they gave the boot to both not only the quarterbacks that was there, but as well as Arthur Smith. So hopefully we get a different result with the with the Falcons this year. And I definitely love the transactions that they did off season. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with like yeah, he wasn't bleed like I'm gonna say fuck Sean Payton. I'm just fuck Sean Payton for real. Like he's the Doc Rivers of the NFL. He's hung his hat on the Super Bowl that he won with a Hall of Fame quarterback. His coaching career began with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Remember, he only got Drew Brees because Drew Brees was injured that summer. Had Drew Brees not been injured, Drew Brees would have been a Dolphin.
Yeah.
Let's face facts. And if that not have happened, Sean Payton's career does not go the way it went. He's hung his hat on that one Super Bowl, and he's not proven himself ever since. Like, yeah, Sean Payton kick rocks, man. That dude can kick rocks. For real.
I love it.
There are just people I'm getting tired of in sports. He's one of them. They got the nerve to make a movie about this dude.
Man,
what? Sean Payton literally coached a team where he was paying people to hurt people, and Disney made a movie about him. But y'all want to fire my boy Jonathan Majors from being Kang the Conqueror. Fuck Disney too.
Hey, Bobby's on a roll right, man. God damn. That is crazy, man.
Yeah. Absolutely, yes. You put that Dolphins team back then, you put Breeze on there, man. Yeah, it would have been something. But hey, Drew got a ring out of it. He went down as the greatest at that when he retired, all-time leading passer. So, shout out to him, man. I don't even know why are we talking about Sean Payton. Houston. I'm saying, man. Texans going down to Indianapolis, taking on the Colts. Houston is America's sweethearts right now. Everybody's in love with them, and for good reason. They were a surprise team last year. They had an amazing offseason. With the offseason they had, you would think that they won the Super Bowl. Like, that's how they're drawing talent down there. But CJ, let's hope he doesn't fall victim to a sophomore slump. Even if he does, I don't think it's going to happen in week 1. Divisional game, I think he comes out hot, and I think they get the W over the Colts. So the Colts is Anthony, I have to see you be healthy. You started 5 games in your career, you finished 1. I have to see you be healthy before I can give the Colts credit for anything.
Big facts. Hey, you said it all. I mean, I don't need to add nothing else to it. And you made it simple as that.
Where we at now? Arizona Cardinals, Buffalo in Buffalo. I definitely want to check out Marvin Harrison and see what he's bringing to the table. A lot of people big expectations for him. Maserati Marv.
Yeah.
Kyler. I think people are getting tired of Kyler Murray. He's a name that he fell off real quick. I think quicker than expected. He got hurt and people literally forgot about Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had a chance to resurrect his career though. And Maserati Marv could be a receiver to do it, but they just don't have talent to hang with Buffalo. They are on the road. They're coming away from the West Coast. West Coast teams don't travel that well. I'm going with Buffalo.
Yep. I'm not high on Buffalo, but I damn sure ain't high on Arizona. That's for damn sure. I think the Cardinals are that scrappy, crappy team. So that's as far as it gets. I'm definitely excited for Marvin Harrison Jr. and see what he does in his debut. But yeah, Arizona's they got many deficiencies. Bro.
No, that's big facts, man. Marvin Harrison Sr. Oh yeah, he was definitely real. He's real in the streets too. So watch what you say.
Oh, yeah. Good to pop. Marvin ain't scared to pop you, dog. I thought when y'all ran up on him in his car wash in Philly. He said, "What?"
But that's neither here nor there.
Get up off me, pow!
Hey, I also heard that Buffalo has a secret weapon. I heard they recently installed Xboxes in the visitors' locker room. So Kyler might not even make it to play. Like he might be. And Call of Duty just dropped.
Yeah,
the beta's out right now.
So real quick, I'll finish this quick. Get with y'all.
Yeah, that could be a problem for them. Comment, go. There we go. We got Tennessee Titans going to the Midway, taking on the Bears. First game for number one overall pick. Why did I forget this boy's name? Like
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Williams. Thank you, bro. First game for him. And also the other pick, Adunze. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to see what he can do. Yeah. Had the Browns had a first round pick, I would have liked to see him go after him. So I like to see what he can do. But to me, this is a perfect matchup for Caleb Williams. Tennessee rebuilding, defense is mid, offense is mid. So they shouldn't get blown out. It should be an entertaining game. It's definitely. If I had to pick an opponent for my rookie quarterback, I'd pick Tennessee. For that, I'm going with the Bears at home.
Yeah, you're showing a little bit too much faith in Caleb than I am. Yeah, I just think as much talent as he does have. I just think he lacks reading the field and reading defenses. But he'll definitely have some moments. But can he put it all together? Because that was one of my biggest knocks on him in college. He has moments, but sports center moments don't get you victories. I just don't feel like he can put a whole 60 minutes together.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that's what worried me when he was in college. This ain't Pac-12, so
the Titans might have a Pac-12 defense. They might.
Hey, they might, but I'm trying to tell you, man, Jeffrey Simmons is going to be on that boy's head because that offensive line ain't got no better.
True. I definitely give you Big Jeff in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We got Jacksonville, Miami, battle for Florida. I'm taking the Dolphins at home, but I will say, Trevor Lawrence, you're on the clock. I need to see something for you this season. You got the bag, but you got to go earn it, man. We talk about quarterbacks who have not really earned their money. Jalen Hurts is on that list. Big season for him. Obviously, my own QB, Deshaun Watson, he's also on that clock. Trevor, you're on that same type of time, bro. You've not played good in over a year. Like they kind of turned it on late in 22 to make a playoff push. Everybody saw that promise. And then last season, you let CJ take all your thunder. To the point where you were leading the division and they knocked y'all all the way out of the playoffs. So, yeah, Trevor Sunshine, you're on the clock.
Yeah. Hey, no doubt. It's crazy. I thought I would never say that I definitely trust Tua Tagovailoa. I definitely trust him more than Tua. I mean,
yeah.
That man, he's a turnover machine. That's bad for a quarterback. Can't do that.
Yeah. Hell, and on that, thanks for Tua, he's not on the clock. I just need Tua to show me that it can be him.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, in order for the Dolphins to go to the next level, yeah, you got to show me it can be you. It can't be we won because Tyreek Hill, because Jalen Waddle, because what's my Jay Ajay, or not Jay Ajay? What's the running back's name?
What, A-Chain and
Yeah, A-Chain. Thank you.
Yeah, A-Chain
Yeah,
and
Kane
most.
Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I need coach to hit the podium after the game and say, yeah, we won this one because Tua. Da 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 da.
Yeah. I feel you.
You're gonna leave my quarterback. I'm the only person that gets to talk trash about my quarterback with.
I saw that comment. Leave it alone. I saw that comment. I was gonna leave it alone. God, I chuckled inside. I chuckled inside. I was like, ooh. Oh man.
And also, shout out to Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey just signed an extension. I think 3 years, 75, 55 guaranteed. Yeah, shout out to him, even though we've seen the back of his jersey more than the front lately. Shout out for him to get in the bag and keep doing what you do, brother. Keep doing what you do. Just leave Steve Smith for that. He's another dude trying to test Steve Smith early in his career. What is up with these dudes trying to test Steve Smith early in their career?
They better leave me alone. Hey, that little dude like a fight, man.
Right. And Jalen he's a problem. Like he has a baby with whose sister?
Golden Tate's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Like, you're not a tough guy. You went to Florida State. You didn't go to the U. You're not a tough guy. Cut it out.
That's funny.
But congratulations on your bag. You know. And because Jalen be making some zesty movements. I ain't gonna lie. You ever seen him do a little neck thing?
Oh, Bobby, you are on one tonight, dog.
Jalen Ramsey. Trying to get all out of my. Well, I'm in joke. I'm going. Me and the wife. We have a date night later on. I'm going to check out the Beetlejuice movie. So we'll see what that's about.
That is
I don't know. Yeah, I ain't even started drinking yet. That's terrible.
Oh, what?
This is all natural.
Oh wow, this is wild. This is sober, Bobby. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's all natural.
Oh man, this is wild.
All right, we got the Denver Broncos going up to Seattle, taking on the 12th man. Like I said earlier, I'm all about the Seahawks this season. I like the roster construction. I despise the Denver Broncos. They are rebuilding, got a rookie quarterback. And if Tennessee's the perfect opponent I would pick for my rookie quarterback, in Seattle is not the perfect situation I would pick for my rookie quarterback. Veteran quarterbacks have miserable days in Seattle. So I don't see anything special about Bo Nix. I think he's going to struggle. Fantasy owners, if you have Bo Nix, please don't start him. I got the Seahawks all day in this one.
Fantasy owners, why would you draft him?
You got 2 quarterback leagues and all kind. And a lot of people are high on Bo Nix.
Man, I ain't.
This is before. Yes, it is. This is no alcohol needed. Yeah, offensive player of the year. Ooh, that's a bold one. That's a bold one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go that far, but yeah,
he got the weapons to do it. He got the weapons around him to do it.
I mean, Geno gets back to 2 years ago, and puts it all together. Just like you said, he got the playmakers. Just let the playmakers make their plays.
Yeah.
Get the ball and let them do what they do. Don't do too much, and he'll be fine. But when it comes to Bo Nix, he gonna have to really show me. I didn't even see him getting drafted in the first round, so I was shocked that he went that high.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a dude that ran to the Pac-12 to finally get some shine because he was
exactly
in Auburn all the time. So
exactly, stayed in college for 17 years too. Yeah, true.
Let me put some good stuff on film. I just got to put something good on film. Let me go to Oregon real quick.
Yeah. I mean, what Oregon has there been a successful Oregon quarterback in the league?
No.
Longevity wise, we looking at Mariota, but
Yeah, but
Dennis Dixon, yeah, going all the way back to Joey Heisman, like they.
And he enjoyed it.
No, he didn't. When this came to the locker room, basically is on the same page with the rest of the locker room.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck, Sean Payton. That's all I'll say on that. Las Vegas Raiders going to LA, take on the Chargers, divisional game. First game back for Harbaugh. First game as the official head coach for Antonio Pierce. I think he gets it done. He did motivate them towards the end of last year. They picked it up. They were playing some good football. Picked up Gardner Minshew. They picked up Gardner Minshew. Will that be enough to keep Devontae Adams happy? For those who saw the Netflix series Receiver, he was really, really close asking to be up out of there last season. That was because he wasn't getting the ball. Not only they were losing, and he wasn't getting the ball. That's a bad combination. I don't see them winning a lot of games. I see them winning maybe 7 games at best. I don't think not getting the ball will be an issue. Gardner Minshew does a pretty decent job of getting the ball to his main get. Like, he's done that at his stops. But I could see Devontae asking to be up out of there by the trade deadline. But
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
For this week, screw Harbaugh. He doesn't have his signal stealer. I like the Raiders.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm just not big on Harbaugh. I've never been a Harbaugh fan. So it makes it that much joyous for me that he's a Chargers coach now, because I'm really gonna laugh even more when he falls flat on his face. It's 2 years. I say maybe 2 years he start making a difference, but nah, it's I don't see it. But this probably be the only time I'll root for the Raiders, because I hate them. But rivalry purposes. But I just think Devontae Adams might have his field day. And we also can't forget the last time we saw Raiders Chargers in Vegas. We saw what the Raiders did to them around Christmas time. They put a whooping on them boys. So I expected it to happen again. I can't hear you.
Can't hear me. There we go.
I was like, what happened to Bobby? I see moving.
I was saying, my personal favorite game, Dallas and Cleveland, primetime Sunday spot, 4:30. The one that Jerry Jones loved so much that he kept the Cowboys in the NFC East for. Tom Brady, $350 million man, making his debut. I'm like, it ain't even a homer thing. Our defense plays like the 85 Bears at home. They didn't travel last year, but at home we was lights out. I like us to be lights out. The Cowboys don't have a run game, and our secondary is really strong. We're one of the few teams that if we wanted to, we could play man coverage all game long with that trio that we have. If we can make the Cowboys one-dimensional, I don't think they stand a chance. I don't think CeeDee Lamb can carry. Even though I can see, I don't think we stop. I'm not a homer. I keep it a buck. I don't see us completely stopping CeeDee Lamb. I think he gets his money off. Maybe something like 10 for 88 or 98. I don't think he gets 100 yards. He might get in the end zone once, but yeah, we shut the rest of the team down. I like us to take this one at home. Easy money.
Man, whew. Man, Jerry. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna market this one, spin this one. Oof. Yeah. I hate that.
Who is Jerai Judy?
Jerai Judy.
Jerai Judy.
Whoever he is, he's gonna bomb on him.
I hope so.
Cowboys, man. Here comes disappointment year 2024. Here it comes. It's coming.
Yeah, everybody knows how I feel about Jerry Judy. I would, hey, if the better game he has, I love it. So,
sorry to interrupt you, Bobby. I don't know if you got the game on the background, but
no.
Soon as we put pressure on Jalen Hurts, he throws in the triple coverage and gives the Packers a short field. So,
come on, son.
There's that go. So there goes my that damn autocorrect be getting y'all, man. Oh man, Westcott, I wish you was here a year ago when we made sure that we let it be known about Jerry Judy.
Yeah, go back and watch some of the. They should be on the Let's Talk Sports YouTube page. Some of the Thursday night recaps. Just look for the one. What was it? Broncos Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go look at that recap and you see exactly how I felt about. He's a Brown now. How I felt about Jerry Judy once upon a time.
Oh no! Don't put that past. No, sir. That past tense. Let that man have another 3-14 game. He's gonna be right back here on the Thursday show, and you gonna be. So don't put that in past tense, Bobby. See, I saw what you did there. I ain't buying it. All right.
Thursday, if he don't catch a touchdown this Sunday.
Hey, because first of all, like you said, you traded for him and then you paid him not seeing nothing from him. So,
sight unseen. They go $50 million, bro.
Hey, if all Browns fans, it's going to be you that's going to be the most critical watching Jerry Judy with close eyes every play. Making sure he earns that money.
Yeah. All right, we got yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got it. After the disrespect to Steve Smith, after he disrespected Steve Smith, he went out and caught 3 passes for 14 yards.
Got cooked.
Well, we got next. The Commanders. Watch the Commanders going down south, taking on Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Buccaneers in this one. Jaden Daniels making his debut. Buccaneers defense is decent. They're not what they were the year they won the Super Bowl. They still got some playmakers down there, though. Baker Mayfield is every other year quarterback. Last year was a good year. In theory, this year should be a bad year. But I like Tampa more than the Commanders. So I got to go with Tampa at home.
Yeah, fair. But I think you said it right there. He doesn't put consecutive seasons together. His good year was last year. I'm waiting for good old Baker Mayfield to come back this year. Oh, good old Bakes. Yeah, he gonna find a way to get back to turn the ball over Baker Mayfield, and I think he's gonna be right on schedule this Sunday.
Who you got? The Commanders, I like healthy Baker. Yeah. I mean, Tampa just look like I believe in their players more than the Commanders players. Yeah, I believe in Mike more than I don't know. I can't say I believe in him more than McLaren. Terry McLaren is real.
Nice. Yeah, he a dog.
Yeah, he's real. But the rest of them dudes, yeah. And I'm not 100% sold on Jaden Daniels, honestly. So, he got to show me. Got to show me that he can do it at this level.
I actually don't mind Jalen Daniels. I just need him to stop throwing his body around like a pinball. That man
Yeah.
at this point, bro. I think you picked the wrong position. If the way he likes throwing his body around, you should have been on the defensive side or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like the guys with his play style, they make you realize how special Lamar Jackson is. The one thing I always say, Lamar Jackson is the second most elusive football player I've ever seen in my life, with Barry Sanders being the first. Like, this dude just does not take like that hit. He just gets tackled. And he's amazing at just getting tackled. You will never see Lamar Jackson play and say, "Oh,
yeah."
You're only gonna do it because he made a huge play. You're not gonna say it because somebody cracked his spine. He just avoids the big hit. And yeah, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, you are not. Like, get out, learn how to slide, run out of bounds, throw the ball away, do something. Just playing like this, bro. You're just gonna be the next quarterback to get ran out of Washington.
Man, hey Jaden, man, you better ask RG3 what he would have done different. He said, "I would have took my ass to the ground." Yeah, I would have avoided some of them hits. So, yeah, man. I trust me. I understand the cause for concern when it comes to a lot of these rookie quarterbacks, but I can't put faith in Baker, man, to string up another consecutive season of good play. I just can't. Just can't do it.
Absolutely fair. He earned it.
Every bit.
The Jared Goff Bowl, Rams Lions. Last time we saw these two teams play, Lions came up on top. I expect nothing less this time.
Yep.
Sean McVay, though, I tell you what, he's gonna be my next venting session. You say your boy's on the hot seat. I think Sean McVay might be on the hot seat. Like,
which I wouldn't be mad.
You take away that Super Bowl, really, what have you done? Yeah, like what? And I'm not even gonna give you an excuse for the injuries. I'm not. Yes, Matthew Stafford's been hurt, but guess what? Jared Goff ain't been hurt, and if you'd have kept him as your damn quarterback, you might have been able to have your cake and eat it too, plus first round picks.
Wow.
So, that's how that goes.
Nah, I feel you. And no AD, man. Hey, you lose your heartbeat on defense. I don't know what this defense looks like, man. That's what I'm more worried about is how you going to stop this high-powered Lions offense. They couldn't even do it with Donald last year in that playoff game. You take him out of the equation, man. If you ask me, I think Detroit might run the score up on them boys on Sunday night, man.
They can, man. We see if your boy from Alabama takes that next step, Jameson Williams, if he takes that next step, and if they can get Gibbs a little bit more involved, the Lions offense really, they could be the new greatest show on turf. They have that kind of potential.
Hey, it's possibly there. It really is.
Yeah. Who we got? Oh, capping it off, man. Monday Night Football. New York Jets coming out west, taking on the 49ers. A lot of drama in San Francisco. Ayuk, Trent Williams, John Lynch, Shannon, just so much turmoil going on. I'm going with the Jets for the upset week 1. Of course, all the focus will probably be on Aaron Rodgers coming in. 40 years old, coming back off the ACL. Yeah, we know all that. And the focus is going to be on the turmoil in San Fran. It's not on football. And, Brandon Ayuk. Here's Brandon Ayuk. Think about it. This is one of those make it make sense situations. Brandon Ayuk, you asking for all this damn money, right? I want to get paid like a number one. Netflix literally made a documentary about 2 people on your team, and you wasn't one of them.
They got a tight end for receiver.
Right, they picked the tight end
Got a tight
over
end
you.
for the receivers. It wasn't called
Yeah.
tight end, it was called receivers, and they put George Kittle in there.
Right,
That's crazy, dog.
but you crying about I want. You better show up and show out. That's all I got for you. You better show up and show out. Because if you do not, like, this is just gonna go all season. It's gonna go all season. It's gonna be a whole thing all season. How I feel about Rodgers' return, the same way I felt about Rodgers going to the Jets in the first place. They got to show me. Like, Rodgers is another one of them dudes. Aaron Rodgers may be the most talented quarterback to ever play football. But he's hung his hat on this one Super Bowl. Like, we get on every single quarterback for not coming through in the clutch, not coming through when the team needs you. Aaron Rodgers has literally failed every single year since winning that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, and you didn't get. You don't, like, people talk the great debate. Who's better, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. At least we could say, like, Tom Brady was in Peyton Manning's way. Who was in your way, Aaron? You were the best quarterback in the NFC for 15 years.
And had no Brady, no Manning, no Mahomes.
It was you.
No John Elway, no. There's no Joe Montana. There's nobody. There's no Troy Aikman. There's nobody. It had the NFC to himself.
At one Super Bowl. And I'm going to make it worse. Tom Brady came to the NFC for 1 year and got it done. In 1 year, got it done.
I'm here. Super Bowl. Hey, what?
So how do I feel about Aaron Rodgers? You got to show me. You're not the best quarterback in the AFC. You might not be the second, might not be the third, might not be the fourth. And even if you were, there are dogs in the AFC.
Yo, go by his division, Bobby. I mean, if you're going off right now, I would take Tua, and I know a lot of people.
I wouldn't take Tua.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, right now. I at least is the moment he came to the AFC, he's not the best quarterback in his division. I mean, 4 plays. I can't put you over to it with the 4 plays he played. I can't put you over Josh Allen with the 4 plays you played. I can't.
That's just good points.
Yeah, if we just going based off of last year in the AFC, I don't know how you made the top 100 off of 4 plays.
Yeah,
that was a legacy vote from play.
Absolutely.
So,
but
I mean,
I gotta agree with you on.
Hey, what's
changed my mind?
Hey, what's Scott? This is how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. It don't mean a damn thing because I proposed this question last night to Bobby, and I proposed it to Jets fans. When's the last time you seen a 40-year-old man come off Achilles and get to peak performance? I ain't seen it. My thing is I just can't put stock into a dude that puts more emphasis on being immunized and loves his mushrooms and
I'm immunized.
Yeah, and dwelling in caves and shit, and hey man, we are a long way removed from that 2010 championship, man. A long way removed from it.
That was 2010.
Yes, that was 2010, bro. 2010. 14 years ago.
Kids have been born and damn near finished with high school, but between times you want. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just call it like it is. And I know Jets fans are hyped about it, but my thing is the Jets. When was Super Bowl III? That was what, 1963?
So when was the Super Bowl created? 63, something like that.
Okay, 19. No, got to be 68 or something like that, because Chiefs won in 69. I remember that Super Bowl IV. So got to be 1968. The Jets ain't been okay. You got 2 back-to-back AFC appearances in the 2010s. Other than that, you got a whole bunch of losing. You are a losing franchise. And this man, the Jets been losing, having this guy on the roster for 4 plays.
Yeah.
They look. I get it. They think he's gonna make a difference. Coming back. I don't think so.
In 67.
Damn, that's a long
Super
time.
Bowl one, January 15th, 1967.
Damn, Jim Crow still might have been a thing at that point in time.
No blacks allowed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Like, damn. Like, shit. Like Martin Luther was starting to have a dream the last time y'all shit. I mean, come on, man. Like, I get Jets. Look, Jets fans been just tormented for years. But come on, bro. Like, what are we doing, dog? Like we can't sit here and be fooled that this dude is going
to fight for time and bare knuckle paper.
Hey, the time's still gonna stay undefeated, and so don't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers looks a little bit sluggish and old this season, man. I just can't put stock into the Jets, man. It's been enough. It's been enough hype. You got to start producing. It's been enough hype.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to start producing, and don't give me the injury, scapegoat. No, it's you got to make it happen. So I ain't trying to hear it.
All right, man. That's our picks, man. Match picks with us anytime. Hit us on all social media. Give us your picks, and follow along as the season goes on. You see the records there right now. 0-0, unofficially 0-0, but it's really I'm 0-1, and Mar is 1-0. Looks like I'm gonna even up though. The Packers handle business tonight. But remember, we not do this regularly on the Audible. If you want to see our picks in the future, make sure you tune in to the Thursday night post game show. Cannot stress that enough.
Mm-hmm.
With that, it's that time of the week. We're ready to close out, but before we do, the mental check-in, bro. How are you? Are you okay? What do you need from me?
Man, I'm actually I'm okay now that my Royals broke the streak, but man, I was starting to have my feelings hurt because Bobby would text me because his Guardians and my Royals was going head to head. He reminded me that they brought the broom out and was years all week, and I said, man, this guy right here. So I was doing terrible at the beginning of the week, but it comes much better now. So we broke the streak, the loser streak. My Chiefs got the victory, but no, man. In all seriousness, man, I just enjoy your friendship and banter. I love it. Just keep it coming, man. Especially as soon as our Guardians and Royals always go up against each other. I love the banter for sure. Hey, man, just keep being a cool homeboy to me, man. And like I said, I've enjoyed this whole year of podcasting. That we built, especially with the Audible, and we're adding another layer with the Thursday night post game show, the Audible Thursday night post game show. So, but yeah, man, I'm actually doing good, man. Family's good. Football's back. I got great people that I've connected with through this podcast business, so I can't complain, man. So, hey, man, how you doing? Anything you need from me, and how's everything and going on in your world, my brother?
Yeah, man, I'm all good. I'm doing great. And so I reiterate the same thing. Yeah, this last year of podding, It's been everything I could have wanted and more. Obviously, there's layers to that we're aspiring to that I don't think need to be said. I think people know where we're trying to get to, but yeah, man, just continue to be the other half of that dynamic duo. That's all, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Wet. And I can't wait to get back doing the NBA show. I'll be coming back in a couple months. Yeah, other than that, man, yeah, everything's going good. Like I say, wife and I going on date night later tonight. Going to check
Nice.
out Beetlejuice. Like I say, my oldest son celebrate his birthday tomorrow. My youngest son just began flag football. His practice started the other day. He'll be quarterbacking the team, so excited for him to get his season going. He's excited. Football season is starting. Yeah, I'm excited about all my sports teams are actually projected to be decent. So that has not happened in a long time for the city of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Of course, I reside in Las Vegas, so something is always popping here. Always stuff to get into and to do. Yeah, it was.
Hey,
It's so good, they say. There you go. How are you doing, brother? How are you? There's 3 questions. How are you? Are you good? And what do you need from us? What can we do for you? There we go. That's the mental check in. Make sure you check in with all you folks that way. that dude's a clown.
That's funny, bro.
What's the challenge for the people?
Man, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I check on your peoples, man. One of my friends, he lost a friend, and he just talked to him, and I guess he wasn't doing so well. Especially us fellas, we definitely deal with depression, and we always have a very isolated way of handling it, and so that's why I say check on your peoples, man, because
No, you're a Whitfield Westcott Gucci man. It's Gucci man.
Gucci. But yeah, you never know what people are dealing with mentally, internally. So just check on your peoples, man. If you haven't talked to them in a minute, just check on them. See how they doing, making sure everything's good mentally for them, and and just be there for your peoples, man. So just check on them, man. I can't emphasize that enough, man, because you don't want to not check on them and then find out something terrible has happened. So check on your peoples, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. My challenge this week is strictly for the men. Strictly for the men, and it's not because I don't love my women out there, but this is as close as you can get to a holiday without being an official holiday. First week of the football season, we lose our minds, whether it be at home or whether it be outside. The sports bars are going to be packed this weekend. Dude, look out for one another, man. Look out for your bros. Make sure they drink in moderation. Two statistics nationally go up first week of football season like clockwork. The number of alcohol-related driving incidents and the number of alcohol-related violence incidents. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm talking about fighting. The number of fights that happen because we're passionate about our sports. You add alcohol to that passion. Situations get out of control. They get out of control quickly. They don't always end in the best situation. It's one thing to have a black eye, but you could potentially lose your life in a bar fight. Look out for your bros, man. Let's cheer our squads on. Let's get hyped. Let's celebrate, but let's be responsible at the same time. It's just a game. We're not the ones out there on the field putting our health on the line for a paycheck. We're the ones at home enjoying it and looking for a release, escape from life. So let's let sports be what they're meant to be, a release, an escape. It's not a job for us. Just keep that in mind and look out for each other as this opening football weekend gets going. With that, quote of the week. Quote of the week this week comes from Wentworth Miller. That's a rather lengthy one too. Here it is. I would say what others have said. It gets better. One day, you'll find your tribe. You just have to trust that people are out there waiting to love you and celebrate you for who you are. In the meantime, the reality is you might have to be your own tribe. You might have to be your own best friend. That's not something they're going to teach you in school. So start the work of loving yourself. Let me hit that again. I would say what others have said. It gets better. One day you'll find your tribe. You just have to trust that people are out there waiting to love you and celebrate you for who you are. In the meantime, the reality is you might have to be your own tribe. You might have to be your own best friend. That's not something they're going to teach you in school. So start the work of loving yourself. That comes into play, especially this football season, man. People relocate heavy in the summer. Job opportunities spark up. They just need a change of scenery. One of the ways people get acclimated into their community, the great unifier, sports, football game. A guy who knew town was a great way to meet people. Hey, go to the bar on Sunday, watch the game. Like I don't know, I can't recall how many conversations I've had with strangers in my lifetime, but I would bet over 70% of them I was somewhere watching the game. And said, "Oh, you a Browns fan? I'm a Browns fan too." You did. That's how I get. So, as you get acclimated, you're in situations where you got to be your own best friend. You got to be there for yourself. So start to work on loving yourself, man. I love that quote.
I dig that.
All right, what you got for the folks who really get out of here, sir?
Yeah, Eagles are sticking up the joint so far, 2 turnovers. And they are pissing my pick away. Hey man, y'all know what it is. Man, my man Bobby has spoken so much on so many things that are important. Please be responsible this weekend. There's a lot of football going on, a lot of parties and just, probably events that people just want to get together and have fun with. And there's going to be some alcohol consumed. NHL, National Hockey League, is still reeling devastating loss last week with Gardeau and his brother. So, hey man, be responsible out here, folks. I can't reiterate, and that's why I'm specifically just kind of rehashing what Bobby just said. Man, be smart out here. Make smart decisions when it comes to consuming alcohol or any kind of substance that can impair your driving. Be smart, folks. So and that leads to the good old saying, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Absolutely. And always, with that being said, keep in mind, if you don't like seeing our beautiful faces, remember you can catch every episode every Friday at midnight via Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and I said that completely wrong. Via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. With that being said, remember, before we get out of here, where's my button? Just do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate that one. That was sad to hear. I wasn't the biggest fan of his music, but I mean, you never want to see these young guys perish. And again, see, that's how I know I'm the Unc State. It feels funny because the dude's 34 years old. I'm calling him young guy,
right?
But that's even said, like 34 years old, man.
Young, bro.
Like, yeah. But hey, like the man said, take care of yourselves and each other, and remember, we are here, and you can be heard every Friday, 7 Eastern. 4 Pacific, as my wife wakes up to her alarm for our date night.
Hey, he's hitting the Dave Chappelle on you. Wrap this shit up, B.
Wrap it up, B. Hey, man.
Wrap this shit up, B.
Hey, on that note, man, peace.